People say there is nothing left to discover, but the Iceland proves them wrong. We didn't travel here to escape. We came to feel alive, to stand in lands that change you, where the ground breathes, the rivers rise in mist, and the mountains remind you what the silence truly is. Sometimes you travel to escape. Other times you travel to remember what it means to feel. This is Iceland, a land shaped by fire, softened by time, and forgotten by noise. 2 hours of hiking through fog, steam, and stillness. Our first stop was Reykjadalur, a river that runs hot. We stripped off the road dust, dropped into the warm water, and just breathed. The wind above, the silence all around. It felt like Iceland was welcoming us in the most peaceful voice. From there, we headed east, into Pakgil, a hidden valley inside Iceland, a remote camp between cliffs and shadows. We napped briefly, and then the trail called us towards the Huldjökull iceberg. It wasn't an easy walk. The land twisted and turned, raw, unforgiving. Places we had never seen before, even in pictures. Every step felt like stepping farther away from the known world. But the view, pure magic. Eyes in the distance, shimmering in the half-light, and the golden glow of 2 a.m. casting its light on everything made it unforgettable. When we finally stood before the iceberg, it felt unreal. A sight I could never have imagined, not even in my wildest dreams. The scale, the silence, the sheer impossibility of it. I launched the FPV and drifted through a dream, skimming the ridges, diving into shadows, rising again towards the glow. For a moment, the valley belonged only to us. By the time we returned, the clouds had rolled in. They swallowed Pakgil whole, and from above, we watched them drift like ghosts. Heading to Þórsmörk, the roads turned wilder. Dust rose behind us, a hint of the wild ahead. We boarded a beast of a bus, the only way through the glacier rivers. Every splash against the windows reminded us this place is alive. We raced against the light up VALAHNUKUR. The sun was slipping, our legs were burning. But the moment we reached the top, it all stopped. The sky lit up, rivers glowed below, and in the distance, mountains whispered the secrets to the wind. This was the kind of a place you don't just remember, you feel it in your bones. Long after we left, the glow of that summit stayed with us. Reminder that some of the climbs are worth everything. The next day, we hiked to a place with no name, just a set of coordinates. The trail led us into a valley so green, it felt unreal. We climbed higher, tracing ridges and drifting past canyons so deep and raw, they looked like the earth has split up just for us. It was raw, pure, and real. I sent the FPV up high, around us, through wind and clouds. The feeling diving these spots was insane, something I would never seen before, something that will stay with me forever. We saw the Kirkjufell and Huldjökull stretch into forever. This wasn't a spot on a map. It was a memory being born. Going back was tough, legs burning, every step a challenge, but it was worth every moment. Leaving Þórsmörk behind, I carried a single thought in my mind. I need to come back. On the way to Landmannalaugar, we stopped at BLÁHYLUR view. It was midnight, but the view still took my breath away. So we arrived to Landmannalaugar and we slept in the car, and the views are awesome. Landmannalaugar, the Painted Mountains. We start our day with a hike. We climbed its highest peak in the wind, rough weather, each gust pushing us forward and testing our steps. The colors shifted beneath our eyes with every move. Yellows melting into greens, dark blacks creeping across the ridges. The trail changed constantly, first soft snow underfoot, then lava fields. The silence that made us feel like we are the only ones on the planet. The mountains kept shifting as we walked, each new angle revealing shades we hadn't seen before. Burnt orange, mossy green, ash grey, and the golden light that seems to glow from the rocks themselves. It was one of the moments that steals your breath away, where the power and the beauty of Iceland just stops you cold, and you realize why people came from all over the world to witness this. The next day we hiked BLÁHNJÚKUR under foggy skies, with rain slowly creeping in. We chose the longer path, winding through orange-hued mountains and sparkling rivers that left me completely stunned. The hike itself was tough, every step testing us, but when we reached the summit, the view took our breath away. Pure, raw, Icelandic beauty stretching as far as we could see. Flying the FPV here was an insane experience, weaving through the ridges and over the rivers. It added a whole new perspective to its already epic landscapes and capturing the scene from angles our eyes alone could never see. Landmannalaugar had left something in me that the words just can't describe. This is definitely a place I need to return to again and again. We went straight to Kerlingarfjöll. It felt like landing on Mars. The landscapes were insane. Rivers cut crazy paths through the valleys, and the steam from the geothermal vents hung in the air like something out of another world. The peaks were sharp, the slopes colorful, and the terrain kept changing. Hot springs and the ridges seemed to go on forever. On the way back, we decided to hike one small peak nearby, something we would definitely regret skipping. From the top, the view stretched in every direction. After everything, we finally found a moment to rest. In a small wooden sauna, the world outside faded away. We crossed the country to Rauðisandur. Along the way, we stopped to chill in hot tubs. Exactly what we needed after the long journey. And then we arrived, a red beach glowing under the midnight light. We set up a camp and soaked in the stillness. The next day I flew the FPV until the batteries gave out. Because really, how do you capture the place like this? You don't, you just try. I couldn't stop exploring. By the time I landed, I knew this moment would stay with me forever. On the way back we explored the WESTFJORDS, chilling in hot tubs and visiting the Nanji waterfall. We hiked and drove across several mountains to see as much as we could. I flew the FPV over towering peaks, weaving through ridges and valleys, and the views were absolutely epic. The air was crisp, the mountains stretched endlessly, and every turn revealed something new. The WESTFJORDS are unforgettable, and discovering a place like this in the world is something truly rare. A memory that will stay with me forever. Our last stop was Kirkjufell, along with the surrounding Icelandic peaks. Once again, we came across incredible landscapes, and there was nothing else to do but fly around and capture as much as we could. These mountains, ridges, and waterfalls looked like they were from another planet. I flew one last time, around the curves, over the falls, trying to hold on to a moment that was already fading. The feeling of flying alongside those ridgelines is impossible to put into words. It's epic, and I love it. I know I will never stop exploring, chasing those unreachable spots whether on foot or with my drone.